The Office of Environmental Monitor is assessing data being collected by numerous bay-wide monitoring programs throughout the channel deepening project. One of these is the Nutrient Cycling Monitoring Program.
The Office of the Environmental Monitor has been set up by the state government as an independent office. Its role is to judge the environmental performance of the channel deepening project against the rule book, the Environment Management Plan. There's a lot of data being collected and a lot of programs, 9 bay-wide monitoring programs, more than we've ever had before. The Nutrient Cycling Monitoring Program, even though it sounds like a bit of a mouthful, is one of those critical bay-wide monitoring programs. The bay is really a natural factory, a biological factory, and therefore we need it to maintain its biological capacity. The program will give us early warnings if that's not occurring, and adjustments can be made.
Well, we monitor nutrient cycling because the growth of marine plants in Port Phillip Bay depends on nutrients, with nitrogen being the most critical nutrient for plant growth. There's a process called sediment denitrification which removes nitrogen from the water as a part of the nitrogen cycling process. So we monitor the efficiency of that process, and we also look at a range of water quality parameters that can give us an early warning of any changes to nutrient cycling, and these include temperature, oxygen and carbon dioxide in the water.
The key to this project is working out how efficiently nitrogen is recycled in the bay. Too much nitrogen leads to too much plant growth, which can lead to algal blooms that can be toxic or use up the oxygen and then kill the animals. The instrument is called a benthic chamber. It's actually a collection of 4 benthic chambers that sit on the seabed. They trap a known volume of water over a known area of sediment. Over time, the nutrients released by the bacteria accumulate in those chambers, and we collect a sample from each of the chambers every 3 hours, over 18 to 21 hours, and measure the rate of release of nutrients into the chamber. We've been monitoring nutrient cycling in Port Phillip Bay since 2002 at 2 sites in Hobson's Bay and the centre of the bay, but for the channel deepening project we've increased the frequency of sampling at those 2 sites and added a 3rd site in the south of the bay near Rosebud.
We'll be taking the data collected from the nutrient monitoring program along with the reporting that the Port of Melbourne have to undertake, and we'll be looking at that to ensure and to judge that the Port of Melbourne Corporation have in fact met the requirements of the Environment Management Plan and therefore met the environmental outcomes for Port Phillip Bay.
For more information on any of the bay-wide monitoring programs or for the latest results, you can go to the office website at oem.vic.gov.au, or for a more specific inquiry, email the office at contact.us@oem.vic.gov.au.